Today we work on the truck camper build. I've already got plywood cut for the floor, got it notched so it'll fit in the edges nice around the wheel wells. I've got this bed frame built. It is an old futon bed that I took the legs off of and just built 2x4 frame basically. Today we're going to work on a drawer to replace this tub that I have in here. The tub works fine, slides in and out, holds all the junk, but we're going to try to build a drawer, make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, so I measured the drawer. We're about 8 inches between here and there, so I'm going to cut that at 7 3/4 to give me room to slide it in and out. And I've got a brace back there, I don't know if you can see it or not, as a drawer stop for the tub. It's about 4 foot, maybe 3 foot back there, so we'll measure that and get our length. But we definitely know we need 7 3/4 inch top to bottom. So we'll cut that now, and then we'll work on the rest of it. Still got to cut the back and the front face piece. And I'll probably cut a hole in it so I can get my fingers in there to open and close it. Or I may buy a latch. Not sure. Just have to see how it goes. Right now I'm using all free lumber that I have in the barn, and this thing hasn't cost me anything yet, so I may just continue building with free stuff and not buy the latches, or may spend a little bit and get some latches. Like I said, I don't know, we'll just have to see how it goes once we get to that point. So I found an old shelf in the barn. I've got it cut 7 3/4 width, and the length is not going to touch that divider board because it's short, but it's plenty long. I just cut it in half. I'm not sure what the length is, but it'll work fine. So we still got a piece of plywood over here we got to cut and get it to fit in there. Once we get that fit in there, we'll screw all this together and then worry about the end caps. The width is 23.5. The length is 37 3/4. Go ahead and cut that. Alright, so I've got the drawer frame basically mocked up here. Not a carpenter, don't judge me. The screws I'm using are too long, so I had to grind them all off. I just used a grinder and grind them smooth. So the next piece I'm going to work on is the piece that goes across the back. Don't really care what it looks like, it just needs to be there to hold stuff from falling out. I've got this piece of wood over here. Again, more scrap pieces from the barn. So we'll cut it up, screw it on, then we'll work on the front piece. But the drawer's coming together. Alright, I got the face on and the drawer's looking good. Good enough for what this build is. Still need to sand it and then finish it. This wood has a stain on it already, but turned out pretty good. Got a little bit of storage on the side there. This piece covers that. So it's looking good. I still want to try to figure out a way to put a drawer in here someplace. That way if it's raining or whatever, I don't have to get out to get the stuff out of the drawer. I'll just have stuff in a drawer, you know, in the center there somewhere where I can pull it out and get to it if I want to cook or something inside the truck. But it's coming along. Alright, I am super excited about how this is turning out. Here's the bed frame. I've got it stained. I've got the drawer cut out for the new drawer. I've got the drawer over here. So I only stained the face of the drawers. I didn't stain the bodies. They're going to be up underneath, so it doesn't really matter. But here's the bed frame in the truck. Stained, it's still drying. You can see some dark spots and some light spots, but yeah, I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and put the drawers in, and then I'll bring you back to look at it once everything's in. I don't want to put the mattress on yet until everything's dry. But yeah, this is looking great. Hopefully we'll get to use it here in the next few days. I'll bring you along once I do. But yeah, look at that. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Again, this bed has cost me nothing. It's just stuff that I've had laying around. I had some old Thompson's water seal. This is what I'm using, and then I put a little bit of stain in it to give it some more color, and I'm just brushing it on, putting it in like an old paint can lid, spray paint can lid, and yeah, just brushing it on. Drawers are in, looking good. And then I wanted one inside, so if it's raining, snowing, whatever, cold, you don't want to get out, you can put stuff inside here. That way you don't have to get out of your truck cab. I know a lot of people have platforms that lift up and you can get to it, but I didn't want to have to go through all that, especially the way I built this. using the old futon frame. I think it's turned out pretty well. But yeah, this holds all my junk. It's not organized yet. I started building dividers up there to put the green propane bottles in. I still need to put a couple dividers in. And then I have to decide where I'm going to put the Bluetti. And then wire some lights. So I've got a long ways to go yet, but looking good so far. Like I said, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas of stuff that maybe you'd like to see, or stuff that you've done that will help. Yeah, I don't want to pull the bed liner or anything like that, so I'm trying to leave that in, because I do, like everybody says, I do use it as a truck still. I work, live on a farm, work on a farm, so I haul stuff. But yeah. All right, guys. Let me finish putting this back together. All right, I'm going to end the video here because I'm to a point now where everything is built enough to where I'm going to have to start buying stuff. So it is a good build so far, and it is 100% free at this point. But for me to finish it, I'm going to have to buy window coverings, carpet, and just whatever else, maybe some lights. I don't have any of that stuff. So as far as the build goes, it was free. I was able to use all the materials from the barn and just stuff that I had around the house. It turned out pretty good. I'm very pleased with it. So in the build, I was able to put 2 drawers in it. I was able to put this one in here, which is a big drawer. I'll probably end up putting some carpet in it. Probably put some more organizing space in it. Dividers, whatever you want to call it. And clean that up a little bit. Climb up in here. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do stuff. I got a cooler in here just for trial purposes to see if it's going to work. I'll probably need something a little bit smaller. And I was able to put a drawer in here at the end, like I said, so that way I don't have to get out in the rain and in the snow, whatever else. Yeah, so the next thing we're going to do is, I've already bought Reflectix, but the next thing we're going to do is put the Reflectix on the windows and get some privacy in here on all these windows. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I've seen a few people do it using Velcro. I can't do that because I don't have carpet on my topper. It's just fiberglass. So I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that, but stay tuned and you can watch me figure out how we're going to do it. Next video will probably be the Reflectix, maybe some carpet, and we might even put some, I don't know, maybe some curtains in here, make it look a little better when you're in here. But that'll be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you like what you've seen so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification, that way when the new videos come out for the window treatments and stuff, you guys can get notified and be the first ones to watch them. So yeah, subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the thumbs up button if you would, and I'll see you on the next one.